Yo, y'all are not going to believe what just happened, bruh. Yes, you will. I'm sure you have seen it already all over X. Sonny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, who is a surgeon, has been implicated. Well, he's being sued in a massive RICO case. It could potentially be a convicted felon very soon because of something that Sonny Hostin is very much aware of. If you don't believe it, check this out right here. She said it in this video right here, Jack. Check this out, man. Here I come.
Wait, hold on. Let Sonny get in here.
I mean, I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we are in a violent country, this country was built on violence. We're a very violent country. And it's just undeniable that that's the case. And so I'm not, unfortunately, surprised that people are celebrating the use of violence. I'm not surprised that this young man thought that change could be accomplished through violence. 1 in 4 Americans say violence against government sometimes is justified. And today, in 2024, 1 in 10 Americans say violence is justified right now against corporations and government.
That's very scary.
Those are just.
And even though I don't think he might change something, he might have laid out a plan for a copycat. That's what I see.
Yeah.
All right, so that you have a better understanding of what's going on here. Sonny Hostin just now admitted that her husband does exactly what he's being sued for. I don't think she really understands that. We have been teaching people how to grow online. It's been absolutely amazing. We have 3 people who have been able to reach monetization in less than 30 days. Growing YouTube channels, some from 0 people. We have one guy who had 2 subscribers before he started working with me. He started helping him. His views went up 4.8 million%. We're super excited. If anybody ever want to grow on YouTube, you reach out to me with the word coach. She was talking about Luigi Mangione, the Luigi Mangione, the guy who shot the healthcare CEO, United Healthcare CEO. I forgot his name. My apologies. But she was just saying that sometimes, they might have a case for doing it. I mean, you might not agree with it, but sometimes it makes sense. So here's what's going on, guys. Let me read this whole thing to you so you can see exactly what we're talking about here. The View host husband caught up in a RICO lawsuit alleging medical insurance fraud. As you can clearly see right here, it says Emmanuel Manny Hostin, husband of ABC News personality Sonny Hostin, is one of 200 defendants who were named in a massive RICO case filed in New York City just before Christmas. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you're feeling extra generous, consider sharing this video by hitting the share button, copying the link, and sharing it on Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook groups, or X, or any other place you can possibly share it. And make sure you tag me so I can show you some love. So according to an exclusive report published by the Daily Mail, Hostin and many others have been accused of taking kickbacks and submitting fraudulent bills to an insurance company that typically insures Uber and Lyft drivers and cab companies. The lawsuit filed December 17th, 2024, alleges that Emmanuel Manny Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries, and then reportedly billed American Transit Insurance in exchange for kickbacks and or other compensation, which were disguised as dividends or other cash distributions. Daniel DeWaits, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, an attorney representing Hostin, gave a statement to the Daily Mail saying that his client denies each and every allegation and referring to the suit as a blanket scattershot, meritless lawsuit by a near bankrupt insurance carrier. Of course he's going to say that, but we clearly just now heard what his wife just now said, Jack. If you didn't hear it, here it is again.
Wait, hold on. Let Sonny get in here.
I mean, I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
As you can clearly see, her husband knowingly operates on people with no insurance because his plan is to go after the insurance companies, even though they don't have insurance. Like, listen, you don't have insurance. I'm going to operate on you anyway, but I plan on going after them. It sounds like a scheme to me. It sounds like a Ponzi scheme, Jack. It sounds like a RICO case. It sounds like Sonny Hostin is going to be married to a convicted felon. Just in case you ain't hear it, here's a little bit of it again, because I don't think you quite heard what she said, man. Her husband knowingly operates on these people, these Uber and Lyft drivers and these cab company drivers, and then he sues insurance companies. That's exactly what they're saying that he and many others have done. 200 people. This is massive. Massive. You hear me? And clearly Sonny knows all about it. And this one right here, she's talking about the only reason why she brought up her husband. And sometimes, she puts her foot in her mouth. Like she just now said, Jan 6 should be remembered like other days, just like it, like the Holocaust in World War II, in slavery. Like slavery was just one day. Like the Holocaust was just, like, I'm just saying, she said this. She said this. And now she's snitching on her husband on her show, The View. That's why I said, look, cancel The View or just let Sonny Hostin talk. Because if Sonny Hostin just talks, it's going to be a lot of people going to jail, son. A lot of people, including Emmanuel Manny Hostin. You didn't hear what Sonny just now said? Okay, let me just show you this right here. Just one more time. Just one more time.
Wait, hold on. Let Sonny get in here.
I mean, I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we are in a violent country, this country was built on violence. We're a very violent country. And it's just undeniable that that's the case. And so I'm not, unfortunately, surprised that people are celebrating the use of violence. I'm not surprised.
So you were surprised that people who were robbed out of the 2020 election and didn't want to sit idly by and just watch Joe Biden be handed an election that he did not win, but then you want to sit on your soapbox and say that this is a violent country. I understand if somebody want to take out a CEO of the healthcare organization. I get it, because this is a violent country. But then when it comes to a peaceful protest, and then you have people pushing them like Antifa and FBI agents who are in the mix trying to make it look worse than it actually is. You don't understand what it is. I can't believe they were being so violent. They were being so violent. But when we go watch the tapes, they were being taken on a daggone tour. That picture right there is from the first president. And that picture right there comes from Abraham Lincoln. Come on, let me show you another room. And they were just following the daggone security guards. We've seen it. The only person that was violently killed on that day was, what's her name? Miss Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt, who was actually unalived by a Capitol Police right there on the spot. But you want to claim that they didn't have a reason for being violent. They didn't have a reason for being upset. They were robbed, just like your husband. Your husband, one of the good surgeons that's out here. one of the good surgeons who always operate on Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, and cab drivers, knowing that they don't have insurance. But his idea and his crew of 200 other people, 199 other people, are we're just going to sue the insurance company. That's guaranteed money. The people don't have to have the money. As a matter of fact, the surgery could be worth $500, but our lawsuit could be for $5,000. Either way, they got to pay for it. There's no difference from somebody whose company is going bankrupt and they reach out to local hoods, local gangs, and say, I want y'all to come rob my store. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to report it to insurance. They're going to pay it all. That's illegal too. That's what your husband is doing. Feel free to correct me in the comments, guys. I told y'all I'm wrong a lot. I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind being wrong, man. But Sonny Hostin, you are a goddamn hypocrite. And you, Whoopi, Joy Behar, and all of you bastards need to be kicked off The View right away.